Hey guys, Brady here. First of all, I have two things to say. First of all, thank you so much for the 10 views on my Space Jam review. And I'm sure most of you are watching the Nostalgia Critic review right now. Also, thanks for the 14 views on my Rabbids Rumble review. Now, then again, that's not a huge milestone. But second thing second, hope you guys are doing alright. No, seriously, I hope you guys are doing alright, because the world's basically the apocalypse right now, you know, with the coronavirus and stuff. But health should be your number one priority right now. Just wash your hands regularly and get hand sanitizer and crap. But trust me, guys, this is way worse than that other disease that we can't speak of. I don't have the coronavirus because I'm a good boy and I like to go to the bathroom and wash my hands afterwards. Okay, so emulation is big. It's pretty big, right? Oh wait, I forgot. Welcome to Brady's Discussions. This would technically be the first one if I haven't deleted the already acclaimed third video that I've ever uploaded, the Crash Bandicoot discussion. Then again, that stuff in CTR already happened. So that's why I deleted it. Frick you guys for doing this. But you guys, you know, Canadian guy, already predicted this crap. But anyways, back to the video. Emulation is pretty huge, isn't it? Yes. Emulation of a classic game is unheard of. But Nintendo's got your back, as they've put out virtual consoles. No, not the Super Nintendo Classic or NES Classic. And no, not the Nintendo Switch Online stuff. Virtual console. Everyone's talked about this. There you go. That's what I have to say. Every single person has talked about this already, along with Wii Ware. But I'm probably just going to only talk about virtual console. So, let's get to it. Starting out in the Wii days, in 2000, and back when the Wii Shop channel was the treasure trove of glory for all of us. Yeah, back in the days when the treasure trove of glory was the Wii Shop channel, we would pay money for Nintendo, give them our credit cards and crap, and sometimes even eShop cards nowadays. But that's for the Switch and Wii U with 3DS, but you get the idea. Back in the Wii days, we had to pay actual money, cash money, paper money, true, clean, brightest day money. With good old George Washington's face on it. And once we paid for it, we had to buy another controller for some games. So, let's go over some of the consoles that were on the Wii. First, you had the NES games, you know, cult classics like Super Mario Brothers, Donkey Kong, Legend of Zelda, Kid Icarus. Let's go obscure. Probably not Wall Street Kid, or Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. That's a terrible game. At least I've learned from the Angry Video Game Nerd. Go check them out if you wish to. No, seriously, if you wish to do that, younger viewers, beware. Because he cusses a crap ton, like a lot. Yeah, awesome NES games. But then you get to Super Nintendo, and then it starts to slow down. You know, like Mario World, Super Metroid, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, Kirby Superstar, Mega Man X, probably. Mario RPG was on there for the majority of the Wii Shop channel's lifespan. But then we got N64, and we had Super Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, and Kirby 64, Super Smash Brothers, Mario Party 2 and 3 as well. I played Mario Party 2. That was awesome game. and other ones too. But then it stops at the Nintendo consoles because we don't need GameCube. We already had GameCube stuff back on the Wii, so you could put discs into the game, into the system. You get the idea. So we had Sega Genesis for some reason. You know, Sonic the Hedgehog and all the other characters, Golden Axe, Streets of Rage, Crazy Taxi. Just kidding. Genesis didn't have Crazy Taxi, sadly. Then we had stuff like Neo Geo and TurboGrafx 16. It was a really stacked lineup at the time, and now we move on to Wii Ware. Wii Ware was this thing, pretty much everybody's explained it already, but Wii Ware was this thing back in the Wii days where, for some of you youngsters who don't know what Wii Ware was the answer to original stuff. You know, Mega Man 9 and 10, Grill Off with Ultra Hand, which was a Club Nintendo exclusive. Hashtag RIP Club Nintendo. Frick you, my Nintendo. I'm just kidding. I use my Nintendo for gold points. We even got a prequel to Punch-Out. Wow. You know, prequel to Punch-Out on Wii. It's where you train with Doc Lewis. That's chucktastic. What else was on there? A lot of garbage on the WiiWare. We did have Cave Story and whatnot. We did have Fluidity. That was a nice touch. And we also had other stuff, too. I won't explain it, but you go ahead. So that's it for the Wii. It wasn't until a certain system... yeah. So, then the 3DS came along, right? Well, this is the new Nintendo 2DS XL, but I have an original 3DS that I do not want to go get right now. So, the 3DS was starting to incorporate Game Boy, and Game Boy Color, and Game Gear. It still was NES and Super Nintendo being exclusive to new Nintendo 3DSs, which had a stacked lineup, including some new ones like Earthbound. Earthbound was on 3DS. That was legendary for the time, because Earthbound nowadays is freaking expensive, like about $100 or so, 1 million if you think so, because it's so rare, it's become somewhat of a cult status. So yeah, the 3DS was pretty cool, but the 3DS original software was, ugh. It started incorporating, you know, stuff like, if you don't want the cartridge, you gotta pay money at the eShop. Like, say, you don't want the cartridge version of Mario 3D Land, you could just buy it on the eShop. That's that simple. Ha! Okay, so, it wasn't until this big, bulky monster named the Wii U came along, and that's when Nintendo really started to bush out with the, you know, virtual console and stuff. But, so we had NES. It was really a terrible lineup. It was the exact same as the Wii. And then we had Super Nintendo. And then we had Game Boy Advance. You know, with classics like Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. I'm trying to think. WarioWare. The original WarioWare is on there. I actually have the original WarioWare because I got it with, you know, a eShop card. Ain't I a stinker? It also had Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I don't think Pokemon Mystery Dungeon was on there, but no, Yoshi's Island Touch and Go. No, Yoshi's Topsy Turvy. Nowhere to be found, thank God. Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, and even other ones like Drill Dozer. Nobody remembers Drill Dozer, except for that Super Smash Bros. Brawl Assist trophy. Yeah! Then we had N64, the return of N64, oddly enough, with some classic titles like... And we finally got Donkey Kong 64, which was something that the Wii didn't have. Seriously, the Wii didn't have... It had all the classics, like Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time, blah, 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 but we didn't have Donkey Kong 64, and thank God we do. But the controls suck. Monkey tits. So there's that. I actually do have Donkey Kong 64, because ain't I a stinker. Then they incorporated Nintendo DS of all things, like WarioWare Touch, Mario 64 DS, Kirby Squeak Squad, Kirby Canvas Curse, Yoshi's Touch and Go, Yoshi's Island DS. Wow. And then the final one was normal Wii, which Wait, what? The Wii U is already an emulation machine that could play actual Wii games. Are you freaking serious right now, Nintendo? That is just stupid. But, yeah, it had some nice games. You know, like Rabbids, Rayman Raving Rabbids, the original. It had Rhythm Heaven Fever. It had, of course, the original classics like Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, Skyward Sword, if you want to call that a good game. We don't want to speak of Skyward Sword. Donkey Kong Jungle Beat was on there, even though that was a GameCube game, but it did get a port for the Wii. Punch-Out Wii, which I actually have. That's like one of my most favorite Wii games of all time. And yeah. So, that was the Wii U. And the crack obviously explains the Wii U's failure. But it wasn't until the Nintendo Switch came around. And late in the years, we got the Switch service, the online service, where we got to play classic NES and Super Nintendo titles. And they aren't as good as Virtual Console, but then again, we do have arcade archives, right? No. So as you can see, Virtual Console is a stamp in Nintendo's history. Certainly. It definitely just really acknowledges the fact that we do want to play classic games on our modern day consoles, and we could do that with PlayStation Network and Xbox Live Arcade, but the Wii was there with Wii Ware. Ooh, that rhymed. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being part of the Brady's Bell Bunch. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell. Once again, be part of Brady's Bell Bunch. See you guys next time for probably another movie review. I know this channel has become mostly a movie review channel. I'm sorry, but I gotta keep delivering them. I still have that stack that I want to review. Anyways, sayonara, peeps. Take care.